Hey everyone, Melody here with another video. Now let me tell you, when I seen the interview Nene did with Carlos King, I already knew Michelle, always dragging Claudia Brown, was going to come out with a video. Now if you're watching this video, you already know what time it is. So here we go. Now by the way, isn't this picture just adorable in the background of Claudia's cat? See how the cat's reaching up? That's why I put that picture on there, because homegirl's reaching with what she's saying about Claudia. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off with, I'm just going to play like just some audio of the TGIF clip where they're talking about Nene. So here we go.
Got rid of Portia. You need to give Claudia the piece, because Claudia was really going toe-to-toe with me. And I will give her that every single time.
And to Kenya's credit, she could have said, yo, you're my girl, have my back. She never said that. And as far as what Nene said, I thought that was dope what she said. Of course, she threw some shade, but, that's to be expected. That's fine. But I do appreciate that, because that is what actually happened. And that scene was a lot left out that y'all did not see. And I wish they could one day release it, because it was actually a fantastic ping pong match between the two of us. And I would always say this to my close friends, it's too bad that it went down like that, because I think her and I on the same page would have made some funny ass TV together. So, but anyways, I appreciate that, Nene. Thank you so much. And that was cool. And I'm not going to address the shady part. I'm going to be happy with that.
Okay, now this is what Michelle Brown was saying on her channel.
So why is she even talking? Why was she even talking before Nene even mentioned her name? Then after Nene mentioned her name and said that, her battle with colorist Claudia was, one of the top battles during her tenure at the show. And all of a sudden Claudia is, give me my pat on the back. I beat Nene and this, that, and the third. But, I'm with y'all in the comment section. If you are still pressed about the read that Nene gave you today, and Nene won that battle, colorist Claudia. Nene won. Nene called you what? A Hollywood pass around, clitless, your clit left your body, all of those things. Like, those things really touched you in a way that saying that she had no edges could ever.
Okay, it's the delusions for me, because let me tell you something. I could be like Michelle Brown and just be hating on Nene Leakes because I like Claudia Jordan. But you know what? I ain't going to do that, because I'm keeping it real. And Nene can read. I can admit that. We all know that. We all know that Nene got that show on and popping. She brought a lot of people on that show. We know that she's entertaining. Like, I'm going to give her that. But let me tell you this. That whole one-on-one that they had, her and Claudia won that. And I'm going to show you why I think she won that. So let's look at this first of all.
We are not 20 years apart, girl.
When you were my age, you had edges.
I gotta be honest. Claudia is reading Nene like hooked on phonics.
Okay, girl, bye.
Bye.
It's a head turn for me. Honey, she was shocked. She was in tears almost. When you're like being read and you just don't have anything else to say. You just can't come up with anything. And so you just turn your head because you're hurt and you're done with what they're saying. You don't want to hear it anymore. It's giving me, I don't know what else to say. I'm just over it, tease.
It just really went to the left. Nene was there. She was trucking along. She was trying to handle it. And then next thing you know, then Nene came. Okay.
So you already have Portia and Candy both saying that Nene got read, right? Well, then, this whole, oh, your clit has left the building. Like, to me, that's just a very lazy read and just a very, like, oh, that's kind of nasty read. Like, that's not even like, ooh, she got her kind of read. That's not like a, spell bridesmaids kind of read. To me, that was just, I don't know, just a lazy read and not really a lot of thought put into it.
Well, you should have a little less spaghetti in your diet.
Girl, bye.
Stop the tape. Stop. What you're witnessing right now is Nene Leakes getting red.
All right, so now we have Candy, Portia, and Cynthia, who are all saying that basically Nene was the one that got red. And Nene hit us with another girl bye. I'm telling you, she running out of reads on this one.
All right. What's wrong with the bottom?
Nothing.
It's better than a hair hat.
Yeah. Girl. Bye, girl.
Bye.
Don't
Are you leaving? Bye.
Don't
Are you leaving?
I don't know why that last part was just my favorite. Oh my gosh. But when somebody's just reading you down and you are just defeated, you don't know what else to say. That's where those bye girls come from. And I'm telling you, the whole bridesmaids thing, I mean, that's some true tea. It hurts even more when you're speaking on real stuff that's a read.
So here we are, what, 8 years later, and she's still bothered. She's still bothered. Responded on Flop Soul, and then she, made a phone call, begged them to go on the Breakfast Club. She was on the Breakfast Club today simply to talk about Nene Leakes. And I'm like, Nene is getting the girls gigs. And then to go on the Breakfast Club and try to drag Nene Leakes. I'm like, girl, this is too much. Hold on, I'm gonna show you a little clip of it.
And so I feel like we gave each other a run.
I guess that was a compliment at the end.
It's like saying, Envy, you're a good DJ, but you smell like onions.
No, right?
You know what I mean? Like, I give you a compliment, but then I also tell you you smell or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what's your beef with Nene?
I don't have a beef with Nene. And here's a problem. Whenever I have to report on her, people think it's a personal thing. I have a very good sense of humor. I work with comedians. I work with the greats like Jamie Foxx and them. We used to give it to each other so much harder. Wait, hold up, pause.
Pause,
I
yes.
mean, on the air.
Okay, there you
know
go.
what I mean? Like, we used to like say the most personal, like wild things to each other, and we would laugh about it. Nene on the show, it was funny to me. I never was mad.
Isn't it interesting how people change the narrative like 5-10 years later? It's like all of a sudden, oh, I was never mad. Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. Oh, no. But throughout all this time, Claudia has been writing paragraphs in people's Instagrams and Facebook and everywhere under every post of Nene. Claudia has been going everywhere, like dragging Nene during the pandemic. Everything Claudia said was about Nene, was about dragging Nene. The reason she got with Junkie Dineva in the first place was because Junkie Dineva did a video about Nene's reading session. And then remember, let's not forget, she even fired Al Reynolds for taking up for Nene Leakes. Now we ain't gonna let you forget all of these things that you did. And then during that time when Nene's husband died, you went on your platform and then tried to drag her for some of the things she said while she was grieving.
Okay, so first of all, I remember that TGIF episode, and I didn't see it. I definitely didn't see it as, oh, Claudia is just coming for Nene and she's dragging her. I really don't think she went in like that at all. And then it's kind of interesting, like her talking about how Claudia keeps talking about Nene when all of your videos are about Claudia. Let's take a look at the receipts. All these videos on Claudia Funky, and you know what? I didn't even go back. Like I could have went back even further than that. It's always Claudia Funky, and then Candy too. Somebody else said Candy. I'm like, yeah, that's right, Candy. T.S. Madison, Tasha K, all of them.
I wish one day they would release the unedited version. Y'all hear the whole thing, but
she won't then release an unedited version from an argument that occurred 10 years ago. Who gives a flying flip? Look.
Yeah, but she did call me starless.
She did.
Should I say anything about that?
I mean, how does it make you feel?
Well, how much does stardom pay these days? Because I can't call Chase and say, hey, I'd like to pay my Bentley payment with my stardom.
Okay, now she's talking about Bentley payments. Nene got Rolls Royces and houses and cars and everything else. Now she's trying to like compare. It's like saying you can't pay your bills with stardom. But Nene paid her bills with stardom, and you didn't pay your bills because you were starless. That's why you just bought a $500,000 double wide, and Nene is in mansions.
Go on. So, but I do think it's dope. And you know what, Nene? I think one day you and I need to have a conversation, whether it's on camera or off camera, because honestly, I felt like we missed a really crazy opportunity because I think both of us have wicked senses.
Here go the dry begging, y'all. Here go the dry begging. She want to be back on the show so bad.
All right, y'all. So you can tell that Michelle Always Gotta Hate Brown is on a different kind of, like, she's biased the house, okay? Because let me tell you something. Claudia Jordan has said this before, and I think it was a comment that she left too that had talked more about it. But basically, what Claudia's on right now is, hey, let's get the back together. I'm good for TV. You're good for TV. I know how to read. You know how to read. Let's get this back together. We can get the ratings up. Like, let's do this, you know? And Michelle Brown is on some stuck in the past BS, some not even important, like just petty stuff, talking about Claudia's dry begging. No, Claudia is trying to get the bag together. Like, she's like, hey, let's do this. We'll be good for TV. Oh, and let me tell you, so not that this will ever happen, but so I think I would like to see Nene, I like to see Claudia, Sheree. Don't y'all hate on me, but I would like to see Kim. Well, actually, no. I'm going to say no on Kim, because did y'all hear about she took her daughter to the Jason, whatever the hell his last name is, that country singer, the one that had did that, try that in a small town or whatever. Nah, I ain't for that. So, nah, I'm going to cancel her the house. So, I'm going to say, we'll say Nene, Claudia, Sheree, let's see, maybe Portia, Phaedra, maybe Kenya, Marlo. Yeah. So, I mean, Drew's okay, but I really don't care for her on that show. But yeah, that's who I would like to see. Am I leaving somebody out? I'm pretty sure I'm leaving somebody out. But anyway, so yeah, and oh yeah, and also, and Michelle talking about double wide, 500,000 for this double wide that she's living in. That's another way that you can tell, like, she's definitely biased. Like, you know, with me, I can stay on Michelle's neck and always call her out for calling out my faves, but I'm never going to say anything that's just not true, and I'm going to say it just because I'm hating. Like, I would never say Michelle's broke, because I know homegirl got some money, okay? But she's always just going to turn it into a negative with Claudia. Like, there's no really giving her flowers or anything like that. You can't tell me that house is anything like a trailer. Like, she's just hating at this point. But anyway, so let me know what you think about the video. This was kind of a long one, sorry. But until next time, bye.